We'll serve the ceremonial first rally with our breast cancer awareness weekend here in Vegas. Alshon was overextended. And the pink ball goes to the crowd.
I think Alshon also missed the note on wearing a black wardrobe today. Between Anna Bright, James Ignatowich, and Hurricane Tyra Black.
0-0-2.
Let the real pickleball begin. Ignatowich overextends. Bright was ready on the backhand. Was that his ball or just miscommunication?
No, I don't mind that at all, especially covering middle, coming in a little bit. Anna Bright quickly closing the door there. I love that immediately when she recognizes the speed ups coming her way, she takes about a half a step backwards, gives herself enough reaction time, and that two-hand backhand can just go to work.
Oh, Ignatowich. A couple of crafty angles from Alshon. That defensive get from Ignatowich was impressive.
A little twinkle toes to the video board on the sideline.
He's caffeinated, told us. No longer coffee, but he's got his Rain energy drinks, so look out for his calves and his twinkle toes at the kitchen. There they are. Alshon, he's been so solid on the left side as a partner for Black.
And again, that's what I was describing, just the right time and the right shot from Christian Alshon.
Second serve.
I mean, that point alone should speak volumes, because one of the best skills we've seen from Hurricane Tyra Black this weekend is her ability to play defense, and especially when an overhead's coming her way. She has frustrated everyone today in that regard, and for her to not be able to get that back speaks volumes about the James Ignatowich overhead.
Oh, James Ignatowich jumps in the middle.
Side out.
Closes the point and gets the serve back.
A little strut back to the baseline too from James Ignatowich. Lights out hand speed, so quick to jump in front.
Second serve.
Got to be able to handle the shake and bake, and really solid job from Christian Alshon. Unfazed, stays toes to the kitchen line.
Point.
That's an ace. That's amazing speed.
And the speed isn't fully translating to the screen on TV. I mean, live, this is
1-1-2.
Really impressive.
And it's really linear. Like, it doesn't have a ton of bounce to it.
And he said it's all because Tyson McGuffin said, just hit the serve, man. Just hit it. Stop worrying about missing it. And here he is.
That's coming from a guy who has one of the best serves in pickleball.
That's great. Great advice. Obviously set him free in a lot of ways for Ignatowich. Oh my goodness, James Ignatowich.
And Anna Bright is just standing in the middle. She hasn't even had to touch the ball at this point.
Roll out the red carpet for this man.
3-1-2.
And to get spin with that paddle too is pretty impressive.
Side out.
Anna Bright, if she had made that, actually would have been a really solid location, as Christian Alshon sitting a little bit wide with his forehand there. She went more for the body.
Ignatowich buries it on Alshon. Unbelievable force behind that paddle.
1-3-2. Side out.
I mean, this is exactly what we just saw from Thomas Wilson. The forehand, anytime that ball sits up through the middle, comes off the bounce, I mean, they are just going full send in terms of their attack, trusting their hand speed and taking over.
And he speeds it up down the middle like that after a couple of resets on the backhand.
Yeah, I think you have to keep the ball out of the middle right now against Bright and Ignatowich. Two of the best shots for both of them. It's the two-hand backhand of Anna Bright and
4-1-1.
Ignatowich still the first server on his side, too. Finally missed a forehand. That serve is a rocket.
I mean, but you could see just how intense it was serving up the line, and she was forced to fully sprint even with a high shot on the return.
Christian Alshon pulls out a nifty angle.
With the way Ignatowich is playing right now, Black and Alshon, they have to look to try and beat Anna Bright.
There's that backhand you mentioned.
Ball has got to go the direction of Bright right now. And that's not an easy task either.
1-4-2.
Alshon opts to drive it. Well long.
4-1-1.
So now that the sun's down, conditions may be slightly changing here in the altitude, and how might that be after this point?
So that's a good point. Again, Alshon going head-to-head with Anna Bright as she's about 2 feet off the kitchen line.
4-1-2.
Conditions, I mean, it's still a little warm, right? But it has cooled down a significant amount, maybe about 10 degrees. So might play a little quicker, but that high altitude still playing a fact.
One, 4-1.
Alshon oversteps his bounds to take the third on that one, misses into the net.
1-4-2. Side out.
Now a miss from Tyra Black. Are they feeling the pressure right now to play perfect, or is it just trying to find their rhythm?
Well, their misses have come on third shot drives, just not quite making the contact they're looking for. Yeah, you're just trying to press, right? So trying to find a little bit of pressure somewhere. The third shot drive is typically where you go to, but have to be able to convert there.
4-1-2. Side out.
Oh, what a save from Hurricane Tyra Black. Got hip checked on the right side. Beautiful touch.
Point.
This is interesting because Christian is definitely coming pretty aggressively over to the right side. Hurricane not able to really get in and add pressure as she's sitting behind him on the third. Like that's going to cause problems. You want whoever isn't hitting that third shot to, at least with their court positioning, make their presence known to their opponent. That's a better look there. So that either needs to be a plan and she releases out and around, because once she's back behind him, you're going to be in trouble.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge to the out call. After review, the out call is overturned. The ball was in. 2 timeouts, 1 timeout. We'll resume play at side out 4-2-1. Time in. 4-2-1.
Anna Bright will take back the serve on her side on the overturn call. Ignatowich rifles a backhand cross court.
Man, it's so tough because even that counter, it goes straight back up the line.
5-2-1.
For Hurricane to be able to try and reset that back cross court, it's a near impossible task.
Point.
So really aggressive shot selection there.
6-2-1. Second serve.
Some confusion through the middle. But again, Anna Bright was the one to first strike on the forehand.
6-2-2.
Oh, that
cow.
serve is a weapon from James Ignatowich.
I've never seen something like that.
7-2-2.
That is outrageous.
Love to see another look at that shot. Wow.
Looks like Andy Roddick out there. You gotta be kidding me.
And it's underhand, mind you.
That's my point.
Yeah, let's run it back. Have another look.
And it's line to line. Like, it's
Hurricane Tyra Black's like, oh boy.
so fast.
Getting out of the way of the crossfire.
3-7-1. Point.
Change of tempo. Sometimes the slower pace will actually
4-7-1.
work.
Point.
Just catching him off guard enough is Hurricane Tyra Black. Cross court speed up. That's dangerous with the forehand that we've seen from Ignatowich.
Black and Alshon pull within 2. And a break.
Second serve.
Down the line on Alshon.
5-7-2.
Ignatowich punishes the pop-up chance delivered from Alshon. Takes the serve back.
I would love to see them at
7-5-1.
least maybe try to go to the backhand side from time to time on the dink, just to keep him at least a step away from the middle.
Point.
Another incredible serve from James Ignatowich.
8-5-1.
It's a nice
Second serve.
point from Christian Alshon. Jumping into the play.
8-5-2.
At this point, you have to start to question, can we limit his point scoring ability on his serve, which is wild to think that that is now a part of the conversation. Maybe you just limit it to 1 and you feel like you've got some success there.
Point. Timeout receivers. 10-5-2.
Game point now for
Time in. 10-5-2. Point, game,
Anna Bright
11-5.
will close it out. Tyra
Time
Black
in,
adjusts
0-2.
to the serving prowess of James Ignatowich. That will be the question here in game 2. Anna Bright, the first server.
Side out.
And you got to just start building points upon one another, and it also helps in terms of the mentality, building some confidence.
0-0-1.
I think if you can win a few points when James is serving, that will really help to shift some of the momentum. Right now, it looks like Christian Alshon just wants to get that much more involved.
Was none too pleased with that let cord from James
0-0-2.
Ignatowich.
Side out. Zero, 0-1.
Anna Bright almost had that line, just barely missed the baseline.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure for Black and Alshon
0-0-2.
playing more up-tempo is the answer, just because that's playing right into the hand of Ignatowich.
Point.
Now it's Anna Bright finding her own offense. That's the scary thing.
1-0-2. Point.
And right now, you just can't have errors like that. We've seen a few forehand dink errors from Tyra.
2-0-2.
Oh, James Ignatowich, such a dominant point. And from that angle, you could see the curve and the hook that serve has and the velocity.
Yeah, but it's still going right up the center line, right? Like we've seen, I would say, oh, maybe one go to the backhand side.
Point. Timeout receivers, 4-0-2.
Ignatowich, the second server on his side.
Point.
Yep, that ball was going down.
That was one of the first times we saw James actually serve more to the corner. It was well managed.
5-0-2.
However, that forehand is causing issues for Black.
Side out. Zero, 5-1. Point. I did, it was out. One, 5-1.
Good pressure there from Christian Alshon. Backs up Anna Bright.
2-5-1. Second serve.
Line on the third for Hurricane Tyra Black. Where's she targeting?
Yeah. Well, it was a different stroke for sure from Hurricane. She actually kind of turned her wrist, kept her paddle face open, and tried to create some side spin. Man, that's one of the things we really haven't seen throughout the entirety of this match, which is a minute dink rally, right? Like any chance there has been for a ball to be sped up within the first 4 shots, it's taken place. We'll see if we can actually get into a bit of a dink rally here instead.
3-5-2. Side out.
Bright and Ignatowich recover the serve.
5-3-1.
James Ignatowich
The put-away power is just unmatched. So unreal.
6-3-1.
It's interesting too. James, it looks like, has maybe leveraged down that serve about 20%. Not as much pace as we've seen.
6-3-2.
Good grab, the defense from Anna Bright, putting herself in trouble. Alshon was there for the finishing touch.
This is the time to make a move for Black and Alshon, trailing by 3. You gotta find something here. Oh, and that could have been the ball. Alshon knows it too. Sitting up, big backhand.
3-6-2. Side out.
Heck of a leave. Not a whole lot of pace on that. Easy at the shoulder height. You're thinking that ball's for sure going out of bounds, but that was awfully close.
Second serve. Six, 3-2. Point.
We haven't seen the ace in a minute. I can't believe I've seen this many aces in a pickleball game. He's back at it. Definitely up the level of service pressure again. The last round he kind of dwindled back down, but clearly going for it again now.
3-7-1. Second serve. Three, 7-2. Point.
I love the expression from James right
4-7-2.
there. That's one of the fastest hands battles we've seen in the match.
Side out.
Just trying to create a little too soon.
7-4-1. Point.
Little feisty nature on the court. Anna Bright asking politely for the balls not to be rocketed back on her side.
Second serve. Eight, 4-2.
Oh man. It's so fun to watch Anna Bright play pickleball. The wind up on that third shot, she was just
4-8-1.
going with so much power.
Point.
One of the strategies off those overheads is to actually drive the ball back, which you see there from
5-8-1.
Hurriciane Alshon, but it's tough in terms of its timing.
Inside out.
Second serve.
Roll of a beauty for James Ignatowich.
You know, it's always funny. It's always that third shot that changes. They'll go to one direction and then change the location.
5-8-2.
James Ignatowich, a great rolling forehand volley.
Side out.
Ooh, that is scary. James almost just got lit up like the strip on a Friday night.
Timeout receivers.
But what you need to go to hasn't really been executing at the highest level.
Oh, Anna Bright. That was beautiful.
And that's tough too. I mean, one of the most challenging aspects of kind of being that right sider is, as you can see there, not only kind of picking and choosing your spots to get in and out of the play, but you have to still maintain your rhythm.
Second serve.
And to be able to maintain that rhythm, you have to actually allow yourself to kind of see more of the court. Vivian David talked about it in their last interview. She said Thomas Wilson gives her more court and it allows her to stay in the point more often.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Side out.
Black and Alshon
5-9-1.
force a side out. Their last chance to push in the match, it feels like. Oh, Ignatowich covers so much court effortlessly.
I mean, right now he is just lights out, and that's where that dance kind of takes part in this mixed doubles matchup, is recognizing the strengths of your own teammate and playing into them. Right now, James is on fire, and Anna Bright is the perfect counterpart.
For a moment, I thought you were talking about the toe tapping dance that he does at the kitchen.
9-5-1.
I think that would be considered more of a jig.
That's true.
Second serve. Nine, 5-2. Side out.
Right now, Tyra really isn't even getting a chance to see much in terms of a contact. Alshon coming all the way across.
5-9-1.
James Ignatowich going full throttle.
5-9-2. Side out.
I'm surprised we haven't had to change out the ball a couple different times, but durability, that's impressive in these conditions, and especially with the forehand and overhead of James Ignatowich.
Second serve.
I love the expectations too. Even with a 9-5 lead, walking back to the baseline, a little frustration after not walking away with the hands battle.
Point.
Not the way you want to take the point, but they will regardless.
10-5-2.
Oh, hands battle between Alshon and Ignatowich.
We haven't even really seen the backhand of Ignatowich to this point. That was one of the first times.
One match point saved by Black and Alshon. Down 5 and a game.
Second serve.
Man, that's actually one of the toughest balls, is off of that high kind of transition zone. You feel like you should be able to attack, but you can't, because you know it's going to be coming back so much quicker.
Side out. Ten, 5-1.
There.
Second serve.
Well,
Bird alert.
I think, yeah, the bird alert, but I think there was a question as to whether he hit the net, but
10-5-2.
looks as if he came away clean.
10-5-2, another match point for Bright and Ignatowich.
I did not see it.
I would challenge, wouldn't you?
I would
not?
look at a challenge
Yeah.
of this.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the
That was
out
close.
call. The out call puts
And
us at
so
side out, 5-10.
the challenge.
1. After review, the out call is overturned. The ball was in. Point game match.
Whoa.
Well, that's an interesting way to end a match.